What is up YouTube? Phantom Duel is coming at you today with a brand new deck profile of my updated version of Red Resonator, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, Red Dragon Archfiend deck, whatever you want to call it. This seems to be, since the ban list, I haven't made one, so this seems to be the most consistent. But yeah, so let's get into it without further ado. For all of you know, I've seen my videos before, you know what they all do kind of thing. So this one is 3 Red Resonator. It is the best tuner monster of the deck. You can just normal summon this is kind of like Goblinberg special summon level 4. Also, if it's special summoned, you gain life points equal to the highest monster attack on the field. Next, kind of a new one. New old one, Bonds. Bonds is just one of those, like Dark Resonator, you can just put it out in the field and hope. If you're not really getting anything good first turn, I mean you do mostly, but if you don't, you can just put this card and then you can stop your opponent's attacks just by paying in 800 life points. There's also another level 2, which is why I run it, and you can use it with E-Tally. Probably the second best tuner is Synchro Resonator. Synchro Resonator can special summon itself if there is a Synchro monster on the field, and also when it's used for a Synchro summon, you can get back a Resonator from your graveyard. A new card, Red Nova. Red Nova special summons itself if there's a level 8 or a higher Synchro monster on the field, and if it's used for a Synchro summon of 2 or 2 tuners, you get the special summon of Fire from the deck. Really good with Red Resonator because then you can use his effect to gain life points. And last for the tuners, 1 Chain Resonator. If there's a Synchro monster on the field, you can special another Resonator, any Resonator from the deck, so you can go into higher plays. Pretty simple. Next, 3 Red Warg, formerly known as Red Wolf. What this one does is, if you normal summon a Resonator, he can special summon himself, so straight away you have either a level 7 or a level 8. That's the point of him. Next, another new one. If you control... Sorry, this one, Heretic Dragon and Tefnu. So if your opponent controls a monster and you don't expect from this card, pretty simple, it's all it does. It's a level 6, and you just want to go into your level 8 plays or 7 plays. Next, kind of always kind of saves me. Red Sprinter is a really good card because if you control no monsters and you have no cards in your hand, you're really kind of losing, and you just draw this, you can special summon straight away Red Wyvern and change the game completely, or just special summon Red Resonator and gain a lot of life points. So it's really good in that sense. That's what he does. Next for the spells, we have 3 Resonator Call. Resonator Call searches all your Resonator monsters. Pretty simple. I have 2 Gallic Cyclone. 2 Gallic Cyclone because I needed to destroy some type of back row. This Gallic Cyclone is probably one of my favourites. You can obviously switch it out for Twin Twister or whatever else you'd like. 2 Return of the Dragon Lord, just because you're going to be summoning a lot of 8s and 7s is the whole point of the deck. That's why I only run 2 tuners and 1 tuners, level 2 and 1 tuners, so you can get into them pretty easy. And it's also a bit of extra defense if you have a Scarlet or something on the field. 2 Heretic Seal of Convocation, because you want to be able to search your Heretic Dragon, just in case you have no monsters in the field. Pretty good card. 1 Dark Hole, because this whole deck works by having no monsters on the field, and you're summoning a big monster to defend yourself, and all the big monsters are really good by themselves, and also when they're together it's pretty much unstoppable. It's game. 1 Soul Charge, because you're going to have a lot in the graveyard, special summon them all, and you're going to have a lot of life points left over. 1 Proxy for my Upstart Goblin. But yeah, draw for 39 cards, draw an extra card and your opponent gains 1,000 life points. 1 for 1 because you're searching out a lot of the deck. And Mind Control is a good card to have because even if your opponent has a level 8, you can still go into Tyrant with 2 level 1 Synchro monsters. Pretty simple to do in this deck, but a lot of the other levels you can just Synchro summon because you have a lot of... I have my extra deck is pretty tight, but I have kind of levels for every occasion. Another new card I'm at running is Reject Reborn, an amazing card. So if when your opponent monster declares a direct attack, has to be direct, you can stop the battle phase and then special summon a Synchro monster and a tuner monster from the graveyard. So you get a free Synchro monster, any Synchro monster you want, and a free tuner. So it's a really good card. Have to say probably better than all the other cards like King's Convocation or King's Consonance and Call of the Haunted and stuff like that. Then just the 1 Quaking Mirror Force because it's a good card, and Solemn Warning. Pretty easy. Feel free to change that for Solemn Strike and a Solemn Warning or whatever else you like in that kind of sense. So on to the extra deck. We'll start off small and go to the big guys. So just in case you open up with the Sprinter and a level 1, you need the 1 level 5. So Samasar, Dragon or Bird, and this is basically like a Monster Reborn if it's destroyed. So you can use your opponent's special summon your opponent's graveyard as well. 2 Red Wyvern. I was thinking of changing one for Stardust Charge Warrior, but I just like Red Wyvern. It's able to change games just because if your opponent only has one big monster like this deck does a lot, you can just destroy it and still attack. And you can also just use it to Synchro climb. For the 7s, you have the 1 Black Rose Moonlight Dragon, probably one of the best. Level 7s, it can bounce level 5 or higher. The 1 Black Rose Dragon, because you can nuke the field if need be. And then the 1 Clearwing Synchro Dragon, definitely the best Synchro, level 7 Synchro monster in the game at the minute. Just seems like a really good card, and yeah. So then, next, for the 8s, I have 1 Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, easily to go into with all the 7s, just another level 1, very, very easy to summon in this deck. Crystal Wing is also one of the best cards. The 1 Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, just in case you need to destroy all your opponent's attack position. If your opponent has a big board full of attack position monsters and you want to destroy that, you just go straight ahead and just destroy all the attack position monsters and attack directly. Another new card, I have 2 now, Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend. Just an amazing card. Really, really cool artwork. So glad it came out with this, but it basically destroys any monster with 3,000, any special monster with 3,000 or less attack, and you inflict 500 for each. You also can Synchro climb with all your big beasts. Abyss is a really good card. I think it's overlooked. Nobody knows really how good this card actually is and how many games it's saved me in one. It can just negate a face-up card like Mirror Force and all those type of things. Like it just stops any face-up effect that's going to be trying to destroy it. 3,200 meters pretty easily as well. And the 1 Bane is just for Synchro climbing. If you have Abyss, and Abyss just gives you more red dragons onto the field, you can just tribute a monster, special them in Abyss. Special summon any red dragon from the graveyard, and also if you inflict battle damage, the 2 of these, he special summons. If you inflict battle damage with him, you special summon a tuner from the grave, and if you inflict battle damage with him, you can special summon 1 from the grave and 1 from the deck, so you can get a lot of red resonators and life point gain and stuff. Next, one of my favourites, Red Dragon Archfiend Tyrant, really good card. It can destroy all cards on the field once per turn during the main phase, and then if your opponent somehow still has a card like a face down spell or trap on the field and it activates during the battle phase, you can negate that, and it gains 500 when you do. And then lastly, Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity, just an amazing card, very easily to go into, especially because you can just use a Dark Synchro monster. So you can even use this and then 2 level 1s and you can go into that, so you're never really... I took out Red Nova because it's a lot harder to summon than this, because you need Red Dragon Archfiend. And I have to showcase my Red Dragon Archfiend because this is an original Red Dragon Archfiend deck kind of thing. But yeah, hope you liked the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Phantom Duelist, and thanks for watching, guys.